Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called National Anthem of Poland. I am not even going to attempt to pronounce this. I obviously guess that's the title, but I have no idea what it means or how to even attempt to pronounce it. So I'm excited. I've never heard of it. So let's check it out and comment, like, and subscribe. Oh, it's upbeat. Oh. Oh, with C, okay, with metal. Is Dąbrowski a city in Poland? From the Italian. Wait, what do you mean Italian land? I think, yeah, Italy, I think, was also sort of a United Kingdom, but I thought it was Austria, I think, parts of Austria, I think, were part of Italy, but I've never heard of Poland. Also, what part of Poland was Italy? What? We shall rejoin the nation, okay. Oh, this is catchy. This is starting to get to me. The march, the da-na-na-na-na, I like it. Or does it mean from the Italian land to Poland, as in they're neighbors and we have to march from there to here? Is that what it means? Oh, this is so catchy. What are those? Are those rivers? Mountains? Oh, we shall be Polish. Oh, as in Napoleon. Okay, how old is this? We should prevail. This is something really catchy. I think the pronunciation is March, obviously in Polish, but March Dąbrowski, I think that's a really good sort of. I know anthems don't have choruses, I think, but this sounds like a chorus. Dąbrowski. This is so catchy. And we shall rejoin. Okay, I'm guessing those are absolutely regions and cities. Swedish annexation. What? Wait, but Sweden's really far away from Poland, so what? I'm so confused. Oh, we should return across the sea. Or they're just marching back to Poland. Marching, sailing from Sweden. I love this part. I wonder whose command. Oh my, a father in tears, why? What is Basia? What does that mean? The what? What are the terribles? I'm confused about that verse. This is so jaunty, I like it. It's very, I can imagine myself dancing to this. I don't know if that's offensive, actually. I can see myself dancing. What does that word, what were those words? What did they mean? Because that was the closing sort of words. I'm confused. I don't think there was a translation. Sort of no idea. I have no idea how you pronounce that. But okay, I love that. I think it was part because I think some sort of national anthems are a little bit more solemn, more sort of epic, I think sometimes. Obviously it just depends. You have a lot of variety and some of them are quite just upbeat and happy. And I think this is one of them. I don't know if this is a short version or if this is the cool thing. But I like it. I wasn't expecting it just to be sort of that upbeat, kind of that, yeah, because it was very happy. Again, I can see myself sort of waltzing. I get right to this, obviously not a waltz, but I think I can see myself just sort of dancing. I like how upbeat it was, how incredibly catchy. The March Dąbrowski, okay, that's gonna be stuck in my head all day. So I really do appreciate how sort of catchy and again nice it is. I don't think it's epic. It's just very, I think, very positive, which I think it's good. Because obviously, I know that Poland, obviously, they couldn't know this when the anthem was created, was composed. But, you know, darker times, I think, were ahead. So I think it's really good because, yeah, it speaks a lot about this nation. I think how they've managed to rebuild and sort of getting up time and time again. Although I think, especially, I don't know, what I could parse from the words and from the lyrics, it was a little bit more about, I think, taking back what was once ours. Like, we are going to take back what belongs to us. We are marching back, I think, and taking into really what was taken away from us. Again, I don't know the sort of historical context in which this was created, and I don't really know when it was created, or again, the sort of political situation that was going on at the time period. So again, that's just my takeaway. I have no idea if what I'm saying is matches historically, but that's just the sense that I got. And because again, I got the sense it was more about sort of, you know, we as people and I don't know, the military or whatever it is, but I think more about, you know, the people are sort of marching back, you know, under your command as on, you know, the military or whatever, the commander, the war hero, I don't know. You are gonna take us back into our cities, into our regions, into our homes, because it has been taken away from us. So that's what I could understand, and I guess makes, I think, sense, because I think Poland as a country, I think, is it's relatively new. I think there's a lot of regions I know that didn't really that weren't part of Poland. Basically, I know that regions and borders have changed throughout history, and again, even as recent as, I don't know, 70 years ago, a lot of parts were not, you know, Poland was not specifically, you know, the map of Poland now was not necessarily the same map that they had again in the 1940s. And obviously, again, they were, you know, we all know what happened, World War II, whatever. But I think obviously this is older, so I really do not know, you know, what happened. I think maybe again there were parts of it that I don't think were part of the regions of Poland that weren't necessarily a part of Poland in that particular time period. Maybe they were taken away, and yes, another country, another region sort of came and took them from them. But it's really interesting how sort of name droppy it was, and they were dropping a lot of names. I think a few of them I could only assume were cities, but I think there was something called Bastula. I have something with a B. I think it was that other. I think and Warta, that one as well. And there were others that I think I am going to assume were cities that again, another sort of country, another people took them from them, and we're going to take them back because they're Polish. But I think it's really funny how they also mentioned Sweden, they also mentioned Italy, they mentioned Napoleon, which, okay, a lot of things, I think, I didn't know, okay, so it's kind of weird to have such name dropping, sort of, the name dropping in an anthem. I don't think I've ever heard that before. I think that's quite particular, because, I don't know, I think anthems are a little bit more, I don't know, solemn, because obviously it's a solemn situation, it's a solemn thing, but I think people try to be as maybe generic as possible. I think that's what's really, that's interesting, because it's kind of, you want to speak very broadly, because obviously again this has to remain in the annals of history, and you can't really go and I think anthems don't tend to go that specific, just because again borders can change, things can change, so you want to focus more on situations, but again in a broad generic sense, or as in characteristics and elements of this people, or this again of the people of this country. So it's kind of interesting to me. Oh no, they didn't care. They were just name dropping left and right. The Italy one, I think I misunderstood. It's not that parts of Italy were Polish. I think it was more we're starting in Italy and then we're sort of going into Poland. I think maybe that's what it was. It's still it's still unclear to me. I have to admit. And the Sweden one as well is, what do you mean about like Sweden? Why Sweden so far? So I don't really know there must have, obviously there's got to be a connection that I'm not aware of, and obviously a really important one for it to be mentioned in the national anthem. Of course, is going to be a huge important connection that I'm missing, but I don't have the context exactly. But apparently, okay, the ties between Sweden and Poland are much more tighter than I ever thought it was. I think if if my mental map is not incorrect, there are parts, I think, in the ocean, is it the Baltic, I think? The parts of the ocean in sort of the Polish sort of sea, the one that borders in, there obviously they border a sea. And I think that sort of bay, I don't know if to call it a bay, I think that sort of has limits and borders, I think, with Sweden. So maybe that's where the thing, I think maybe that's where the connection is. And I think maybe parts of Sweden, I think it would be the opposite. I think parts of Poland at one point were Swedish. I think, if I'm maybe not that mistaken, I'm talking years and hundreds of years ago. But I think parts of it were sort of Scandinavian or Scandinavian inspired, conquered. I don't know what to call it, but I'm pretty sure there were areas of Poland that were sort of used to have these days. I don't know what if this is still true in this day and age. But some cities, I think, and some towns were conquered at some point by Scandinavians, and specifically, I'm gonna guess, okay, it was Swedish, the Swedish people that actually sort of conquered that part. But also, I think it makes sense because if they're sort of swimming or sailing, not swimming, of course, they're not literally swimming, they're sailing from Sweden, sort of our border in the north, and then when the south, maybe they have Italy, and that's where the connection goes. We're going to Italy and to Sweden, as in, we're advancing from both ends to get the land that belongs to us. So maybe that's where it comes from. And the Napoleon sort of name drop, I think, okay, then I guess Napoleon had a lot of influence in whatever, I don't know who was ruling Poland at the time, but maybe they had a lot of influence in taking back the country. And thanks, a little nod to Napoleon. Thanks, Napoleon, we are being inspired by you, and now we're taking back Poland. So who knew? I think I have to brush on my Polish history. I think that's my main takeaway from this, because there's a lot of connections and things that I wasn't expecting to be sort of plastered and immortalized in a national anthem. But who knew? But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye!